Why does one CS2 skin cost 50 cents and another $5,000? Same game, same gun. Here's how the entire skin system actually works. By the end of this video, you'll understand rarity tiers, float values, pattern indexes, StatTrak, souvenirs, and the four forces that decide whether a skin is worth a coffee or a car. Let's go! A CS2 skin is a cosmetic finish applied to a weapon. It changes nothing about how the gun shoots. The system launched on August 14, 2013, in the Arms Deal update for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. That single update introduced skins, knives, and the StatTrak counter, and it created an economy that moved over $4.2 billion in trading volume in 2025 alone. The mechanism is simple. You earn cases by playing. To open a case, you need a key, which costs $2.50. Inside the case is a randomized item from a defined pool. Most of the time, you get something near worthless. Occasionally, you get something that changes your week. The same skin can vary in price by a factor of 100 or more depending on three things: its rarity tier, its wear, and its pattern. We're going to break down all three. Skins drop in tiers, color-coded, with official drop rates published by Valve back in 2017. Mil-spec, the blue tier, drops 79.92% of the time. This is your baseline. Cheap, common, mostly entry-level skins. Restricted, purple, drops 15.98% of the time. Classified, pink, drops 3.2%. Covert, red, drops 0.64%. And the rarest standard drop, knives and gloves, classified internally as exceedingly rare, sits at 0.26%. That's 1 in 385 case openings on average for any knife or glove. Then there's a sixth tier that almost nobody can drop: contraband, orange. There's exactly one contraband skin in the entire game: the M4A4 Howl. In 2014, Valve discovered the original Howl artwork had been copied from another artist without permission. They removed the skin from the Huntsman case, bumped its rarity from covert to contraband, and stopped it from ever dropping again. Today, a Howl in good condition sells for $10,000 or more. One quick note: consumer and industrial grade skins, the white and light blue ones, do not drop from weapon cases. You get them as weekly play rewards. Every skin has a float value between 0 and 1. Lower float means cleaner condition. The float maps to 5 named wear categories. Factory new, 0 to 0.07. Minimal wear, 0.07 to 0.15. Field tested, 0.125 to 0.38. Well worn, 0.38 to 0.45. Battle scarred, 0.45 to 1.0. But here's the catch. Each individual skin has its own minimum and maximum float baked into its design. The AWP Asimov, for example, has a minimum float of 0.18. That means a factory new Asimov does not exist and never will. Knowing the float range of a skin tells you which conditions are possible and which are impossible. On top of float, every skin has a pattern index from 0 to 999, 1,000 possible variants. For most skins, the pattern barely matters. For a handful of skins, like the AK case Hardened or the Karambit Fade, the pattern decides everything. StatTrak is a kill counter on the side of the weapon. Each qualifying drop has a 10% chance of being StatTrak. Combine that with the knife rate, 0.26%, and you get roughly 1 in 3,846 openings for a StatTrak knife. StatTrak does not exist on gloves, on souvenirs, or on consumer and industrial grade skins. Souvenir skins drop only during official major tournaments, and only for viewers who hold a Viewer Pass token. They come with 4 permanent stickers: the 2 competing teams, the map, and the major logo, plus a chance of a player autograph. These stickers cannot be scraped off. Souvenirs do not have a StatTrak version. Stickers themselves come in 4 rarities. Paper is the most common. Hollow and foil are rarer. Gold sits at 0.641%, roughly 1 in 156 capsules. Apply 4 matching stickers to a single weapon, and you create what the community calls a 4-sticker craft, which can multiply a skin's price. 4 things drive a skin's price. 1. Supply. A skin removed from active drops, like anything in a retired case, gets scarcer every day. People lose accounts or trade out. 2. Demand. Pro players using a skin on stream creates pull. Popular weapons like the AK, AWP, M4, and knife skins always outvalue niche pistols. 3. Float meta. The cleaner the float within a wear category, the higher the price. A 0.001 factory new trades at a premium over a 0.069, even though both are factory new. 4. Patterns. On the AK case hardened, Pattern Seed 661, nicknamed Scar, has over 90% blue coverage on the body. Collectors call this a blue gem and pay 6 figures for top examples. On the Karambit Fade, a 100% fade sells for 3 to 10 times the price of an 80% fade in the same wear. Treat this as a collectible market. Prices move on hype, on patches, on tournament cycles. Liquidity is thin at the top end. This is not financial advice. Entry tier, an AK Safari Mesh in Battle Scarred runs about 50 cents to $1. Mid-tier, an AK Redline, field-tested, sits around $15. Minimal wear pushes it to $27. StatTrak field-tested jumps to $80. High tier, a vanilla Karambit, no skin at all, costs around $1,000. An AWP Dragon Lore in Battle Scarred starts near $3,500. Factory new listings have crossed 12,000 and beyond. And the Howl, the one contraband skin in the game, the one Valve pulled after the artwork dispute, now sells for 10,000 or more depending on condition and StatTrak. Same gun as your starter M4. Removed from drops. That's the formula. Rarity equals value. So that's the system. Rarity decides the floor. Float decides the polish. Pattern decides the lottery. Stickers, StatTrak, and souvenir status stack on top. Supply and demand do the rest. Next video, we go deeper into pattern hunting and where the real edges live. If you got value here, subscribe, drop a comment with the weirdest skin in your inventory, and I'll see you in the next one.